Okay, so I hope the sound works okay. I forgot to bring my headset home, and I think I have a microphone on my laptop, so I hope this comes out okay. But I found some examples that when you're trying to figure out whether it's a permutation or a combination, we know that order matters. If order matters, we need to use permutation, and if order is not important, we use a combination. But sometimes by the words, it's hard to figure out which fall into what category. So if we talk about a team of 8 basketball players, they need to choose a captain and a co-captain. Some key words or some phrases that indicate order is going to matter, or that ranking is important, or that there are designations. It doesn't always have to be order that A goes first and B goes second, but we're selecting for a specific role or category, like captain and co-captain. This would be a case where we're going to use a permutation instead. Because if I'm captain and you're co-captain, that's different than if I choose you to be captain and me to be co-captain. If Rob and Mary are planning trips to 9 countries, and there's 13 they would like to visit, and they're trying to figure out where to go and where not to go, they don't indicate at all that going to France first and then Spain is any different. They're just trying to collect a group, a selection of those countries to visit. So that would be an example where a combination would be used instead. Of course, if we see the actual word order in there, the batting order for 7 players on a team, baseball, softball, it's different if I bat first versus if you bat first, or our friend bats first. So that would be a permutation. And if there are 45 applicants for 3 programmer positions, it doesn't indicate that those positions are ranked in any order. That one is the head and the chair or the co-chair or anything like that. I'm just filling 3 slots from a single category. So this would be a situation where combinations are used. Excuse me. So here are a couple of examples where the phrasing actually uses the word order. It says, in order of preference, we're going to pick the 3 best movies you've seen this year. Or in the second example, the DJ can play 7 songs, and it says, how many ways can the program be arranged? We're going to take a selection of those. Arranged indicates order. It might say in order of preference. Here are 2 examples where order matters, and both of these guys would be permutations. For our next 2 examples, we are going to take 3 CDs out of our group of 20 on vacation, or we need to select 4 actors from a group of 20 to attend a workshop. And in the words, it doesn't indicate that we are ranking or giving a first and second place, or that we're going to listen to these CDs in any order. And so we're just, from the 20 that we have room to stick 3 of them in our backpack. And so here are 2 where we would use combinations instead. Now, on the next page, oh, one more. Okay, on this page here, go ahead and take a moment to pause the video and read both of these to yourself. These are 2 examples that are very similar. The top one, we're taking 3 city commissioners from a group of 6 candidates. In the bottom, we're creating a board of directors, president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. In both situations, we are starting with a group, and we're selecting a subset from that. And the difference between the 2 is in the top group, we just are selecting 3 commissioners. It doesn't indicate that there are any offices, any ranks, any difference in selecting one over another. We just need a group of 3 commissioners. Where in the bottom, we have assignments for each of them. They are designated, they have designated roles, and if there's a designated role, then we think of that one as being a permutation, because just selecting a group of 4, it doesn't tell us who has been assigned which position. So in the top one, it would be a combination, and the bottom one would be a permutation. All right, on these examples here, if you want to pause the video and work through, read each of these examples, figure out which you think they are, permutations or combinations, and then once you think you've got them figured out, go ahead and turn the video back on, and I'll give the explanation. So now's a good time to pause. This top example is tricky, possibly slightly, because it does have the word order in it, but the word order here doesn't mean we're putting the cars in order. It means we're actually making a plan to purchase. And so while it says order, it doesn't mean that we're ranking in any way. We are going to choose one style, we're going to choose one color, and I guess that's it. And it doesn't matter whether I choose it to be a hatchback first or a blue car first. The order there doesn't matter. If I order a blue hatchback, that's one possibility. So this one's going to be a combination. On the second one, 7 bands have volunteered to perform at a concert. There's only enough time for 4 of them. The key word here is when I see lineup. How many lineups are possible? If I were only selecting 4 of the bands, that would be a combination, but if I'm actually making a lineup is ordering them to perform. So this one would be a permutation. And then the bottom one, to win a small county lottery, we have to select 3 numbers from 30. Now the nice thing here is it tells us the order in which the selection is made does not matter. So if they tell us specifically, and very literally this time, that order doesn't matter, then we know that one by default has to be combination. Okay. Here are 3 more. You might pause the video and work on these for a minute. The top one, 12 standbys wanting to go to Hawaii, only 6 seats available. If there are only 6 seats available, doesn't matter what order they sit in. I personally wouldn't care whether I sat in the front row or the back row or the middle row as long as I get my seat to Hawaii. And so on this one would strictly be a combination because we're selecting a group of 6 to get on the airplane out of the people waiting in line. Ski club with 10 members is making 3 officers. We need a captain, we need a co-captain, and we need a secretary. When we're designating roles, because we're designating roles for these 3 students in our club, then this one would be a permutation. And the bottom one is the same way. We're choosing 4 actors, but specifically we are going to assign those actors into roles. I guess 3 actors are being considered for those roles. And so this one would also be a permutation. I'll quickly go back through the examples and put down what the answers actually would be. Okay? I think that wasn't the part that students were struggling with as much as when do I pick a combination and when a permutation, but I'll go back and fill in the blanks on the problems now as well. On the 3 best movies, there were 10 that you saw during the year, and you're choosing 3 and putting them in order. My favorite was movie A, or movie B, or movie C, so order mattered there. For the DJ show, there were 12 songs to choose from, and we're selecting 7 from that time. From the 20 CDs we bought in the past year, we're going to take 3 of them on vacation. We have 20 actors who have tried out, and there are 4 parts, or 4 that get to go to a workshop, so 20 choose 4. We are selecting 3, whoa, something happened there. We are selecting 3 city commissioners from, who knows what happened there. Okay, back to 3 city commissioners from a group of 6. And there were 10 members on the board of directors, and we are making 1, 2, 3, 4 positions for them. Buying a model of car, there are 9 different colors, and we are choosing 1. From the 3 different styles, we're also choosing 1 for our car. Now 3 choose 1 is just 3, and there are 9 different colors, which is 9. So even if we didn't use the combination idea there, okay, 3 times 9, there's 27 ways we can order the car. On the next one, 7 bands, and there's time for 4 of them, and we're putting them in order. So 7 P4, and here we're selecting 3 numbers from our list of 30 where order doesn't matter. That looks like it was my last example. So give me a shout if you have more questions about this, if I need to say more about any of the examples that are on there.